What's up, guys? Welcome back to part 2 of Ask Jay. International edition. I asked, all these questions are coming from the Facebook, and I asked everyone on the Facebook to ask me something you see in movies or TVs that may be weird or unusual to you. What's an American stereotype you want answered? I know a lot of people stereotype America and Americans based on movies and TV and whatnot. So, hi. First question, Robin asked, why do Americans wear shoes in their own home? I actually answered that in the last episode, so you're going to have to go over there. I just wanted to make sure that you did know I saw your question, and I wasn't just ignoring it. Let's see here. Okay. Robin, I'm not going to say last names. I'm just not going to say last names.
Okay.
You know, I've noticed a lot of foreigners are named Robin.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like men.
Oh.
Just saying. Every phone number ever starts with 555. You had an answer for that one?
That's movies.
Yeah.
No phone number starts with 555 in real life.
Right.
Otherwise, you get harassed.
Basically.
Yeah.
So 555 is, and it's easier to remember in movies as well. So that's what that is. It's fake, completely fictitious. No number starts with 555. Watch comments a lot of mine. I wonder if you can even do that.
I don't know. I've never heard of it.
I've never heard of it either. So I don't know. All right, Tom asks, what's with the obsession with firearms? And don't shoot me for asking. It's totally alien to us and Europeans. To us Europeans. Every time I say European, it's like you're European. So firearms. It is our God-given right as an American to bear arms. No, man, this country was founded on fuckery. It was founded on war.
Yeah.
So it's just most people use firearms for one of two things: either A, hunting, or B, people do still hunt to put food on their tables at least certain times of the year, and B, protection, home protection. And I personally see neither wrong with either. I see nothing wrong with either one of them. Of course, you got your bad apples and. What?
Why are you looking at me?
I just looked over at you. Maybe you want to chime in to say something. You got your bad apples who use it for malicious things and dastardly deeds, but for the most part, it's used for protection and hunting. Yeah. I don't know if obsession with firearms is it an obsession. I mean, there's more guns in Texas than people.
Yeah.
So maybe it is an obsession. It's also more kangaroos in Australia than people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Don't know if you knew that. John says, Canadian here, movies like The Sandlot made 4th of July look like the best day in the world. Fireworks, free hot dogs. Is it really like that? Fuck yeah, it is. America,
that's why.
I mean, that is our Independence Day. We celebrated
From you guys.
Yeah, from you. Oh, no, he's Canadian.
Oh.
From the Europeans. Yeah, it's just the day we celebrate our running away, if you will. Our stealing of the country they stole from someone else, who stole it from someone else, stole it from someone else, stole it from someone else. So, but yeah, no, free hot dogs. I mean, yeah, people cook, people grill. You got to buy them. If you're at a fair or something like that, obviously you're paying for it. But fireworks is absolutely a thing. People love their fireworks. You know why? Because fireworks are fucking amazing. That's why.
Because it goes kaboom.
It does go kaboom! You want to read Andrew's?
This is from Andrew, another Canadian here from the far reaches of the continent of Newfoundland. Are there actually still those rural towns like in Deliverance where people sit on their porch in a rocking chair, playing banjo, and all that rural idealistic jazz? Or is that more stereotype than anything? I'm surprised I made it through without messing up.
Me too.
That is a thing. Georgia in the hills has a lot of that. I guess That would be confined to people in mountains.
It's a country thing. You're gonna see that in the country, like small town America. It's small town America. You don't. That's obviously you got your hillbillies, but definitely a country thing. Definitely a mountain thing. Tennessee, northern Georgia, you're gonna see that kind of stuff. Alabama, stuff like that.
Because if you live there, what else are you gonna do?
Except whittle and play banjos.
Yeah,
that's it. So, but yeah, it's definitely a thing. All right, Tom asks, why do you guys pronounce the Nintendo Entertainment System as NES? Nintendo even clarified it was pronounced NES. So that's a good question. Here's the thing. When I was a kid, I said NES.
Yeah?
I said NES when I was a kid. But if you just take NES, is that an acronym, I guess?
Yeah.
Is that right? Is that the correct word? It's just the first initials of each one. So NES, which phonetically is NES. You're right. When I was a kid, I said NES. And then as I got older, I noticed everyone around me was saying NES. So I actually changed. I changed the way I said it.
Right, because you didn't want to be the odd man out.
Basically, yeah. So, but yeah, Nintendo actually, I don't know if you know that, they came out and officially said it's pronounced NES.
Yeah, I mean, it's what is it, gating guiding thing all over again.
Yeah, gating, oh, boom, there it is. Tomato, tomato.
Yep.
Right?
Some
Caramel,
people say
caramel.
tomato, some people say onion.
Yep, exactly. Next question. You guys hang out for part 3 of this series because we're going to read Dodongo's answers to these questions. Holy fuck. He goes off. All right, read Zach's.
Zach asks, are the majority of Americans fat?
Leave that part off. The answer is yes. We live in a fat country.
It's the Dolphins.
It's just, yeah, we I promise I'm going to let you answer some of these. Our smalls are other countries' largest when it comes to soda pops, like McDonald's and stuff like that, and serving sizes and whatnot. Our smalls are other countries' largest. So we do everything in excess. Because America.
Because America.
No, we live in a fat country. We do. San Antonio is one of the fattest cities in the country.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Go San Antonio. Yeah. San Antonio forever.
Go ahead. Read Abraham's.
Abraham says, you know a lot about food. I'm a big fan of your grab and grub videos. What is the best American food? Hamburgers?
Hamburgers are delish.
Pizza.
Tacos.
Yeah.
Because you can see, it's hard to say, like, what is American food? There's no such thing as one thing that's American. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like in Belgium, it's waffles, obviously, right? in Sweden, it's meatballs, obviously. Mm-hmm. Okay, like that might be. There's no one dish that's like, oh, that's so American. Not even like a chicken fried steak.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With mashed potatoes and green beans and corn or whatever. Like, that's not... Is that America? Yeah. Is that all of America? No. Like, that's a southern kind of thing. You got barbecue. Certain states claim, barbecue's their thing. Texas, Tennessee, the Carolinas, maybe even Missouri. I think Missouri is pretty big on their barbecue. I wouldn't say there's one, like, this is America's food. We invented this. We just took everything else and said, "Here, let's just make it white. And you guys go get fat on it." So, this is a good one from Honest Josh Gaming. We'll read that last name. Why do Americans say this is America in regards to just the U.S., but the whole continent is America? So the whole continent is North America. Mm-hmm. Inside North America, you've got Mexico, United States, Canada, and then there might be some, down in here you got like Panama and Guam, maybe, or whatever that is down there. Because no other country in North America is called America. But we are the United States of America. So that's why we say this is America. In Mexico, they're not saying this is America, they're saying this is Mexico.
Right.
They're called the Americas because wasn't the whole deal in first America Vespucci landed first?
Yeah.
It was very common for people to name stuff after themselves when they did stuff like that.
You knew that, dude.
Look at the big brain on Brad, right? So, but fuck it, when we say this is America, we speak for North and South America because Texas, that's why. Dodongo's response on that one was great. Martin asks, what's with the guns? Already answered that one. Go ahead, read James's question.
James says, why in films when people slow down and park a car, more so in older films, does the car jolt when it stops? Is it because it's a manual drive and they've stalled it? Maybe it's to let the cameraman know that that's the cut of the scene? I don't know.
I mean, let me answer that question with the question. Why in movies, when you see someone driving, they're driving like this? You don't drive like that in real life. I'm not a mechanic, and I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with once you engage the brake and you let off, like the parking brake, and you let off the foot brake, it attempts to move and it stops itself because the brake is on. I don't really know. Is there a car guy in here? Is there a mechanic in here that can help us out? Rodrigo asks,
oh, why the American flag in almost everything? Because America, that's why.
America!
Yeah,
we're a very proud country.
Yeah.
We just are. We love us some us.
More me.
Yeah, more me. So, no, we're just proud to be American.
Yeah.
Like there's a literal song, Lee Greenwood, proud to be an American.
Mm-hmm. Alderon says, why is there so many hate and disregard to human life in America? Why is there such a class and racial divide in America? That's yours.
That's all me. This is actually a really good question. This actually lets me know what you guys are seeing in the media and what the media is portraying us as. So typically, and I kind of answered this question in the last video when asked if, there's actually cliques in schools and, the jocks and the cheerleaders and the nerds and greasers and et cetera, et cetera. Typically, people like to be around like-minded people. Okay, so if you are people like to be around people like them. Same color, same way of thinking, same way of eating, same way of just, everything. Same way of thinking in politics, all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. It's natural. It's natural for people to flock towards, quote, their people. Be it black, white, yellow, brown, doesn't matter, right? Why is there such a class and racial divide in America? A class. So you work for your position. You know what I'm saying? You work hard. Either you work or you don't. If you don't work, then you're going to be in a lower, not necessarily a social class, but financial class. And nobody can do anything for them but themselves on that.
Yep.
You bust your ass, you work hard, you stay out of the gutter, get out of the gutter. I mean, hell, look at the way we grew up. I ain't living like that. Yeah. I busted my ass to make sure I never had to. And my son never has to, Racial divide in America. There's racism here. There's racism everywhere. Mm-hmm. Racism is not exclusive to America. And I know the news is absolutely putting that out there. But it's not as look, it's not the 1950s, it's not the 1960s, and and before that. People I know people are going to go, well, actually, look, back then you got beat up because the color of your skin. It happens now. It does happen now, but nowhere near as often. And the other thing too, it's not just black people getting beat up for the color of their skin anymore. It's all colors getting beat up because of the color of their skin these days. It's not as bad as the media is saying it is, and I know this because I'm out in it. I'm out there. I'm eating in a restaurant with a black family next to a Mexican family, next to an Asian family, Vietnamese or whatever, and they're eating next to other people that aren't their color, and everyone's fine. Yeah. Everyone's cool. No one's starting food fights or anything like that. I'm serious. Little old white ladies holding, gas station door open for a young black guy coming in. Vice versa. Yeah. Black people holding it open for whatever. You know what I mean? White people. It's not. The media is putting it in such a way like we just look like savages. And are things perfect in this country? Hell no, they're not perfect in this country. But it's not as widespread as the media might have someone from another country watching it believe. It's just not. By and large, I'd say 95% plus of people get along just fine and have no issue sitting in a movie theater with someone who's not their color. We don't have segregation with bathrooms anymore. That was done with a long time ago, with restaurants, with none of that stuff.
Actually, we got unisex bathrooms. You can be a guy, girl, black, white.
Yeah,
you can be taking a shit next to a girl that's taking a piss.
That's the thing.
In the same bathroom.
Yeah,
so.
Thanks, Austin, Portland. No, it does exist, but as far as it's not as bad as one might see if you're an outsider looking in. Truthfully, it's just not. It's just not. Leon says, seen a number of films where it looks like kids are being taught to drive in school. Driver's Z, I don't know what that is. Driver's Ed. Is that a thing that actually happens? You guys get taught to drive in high school as a class. I've never seen it. I don't know anything about it. School I went to didn't have it. No, you take driver's ed.
Yeah.
So you go sit in a school after school to learn how to drive. That's
but
really
if you take it while you're in school, it's usually free, right?
I don't know. No, hell no. Yeah. Yeah, right. I had to pay. Has nothing to do. One has nothing to do with the other. So I don't know if that's just something movies have made up, because like I see it in movies and I don't give it a second thought just because I've just seen it in movies and I know that's not the way. Maybe California does things different. I don't know. If you guys have driving as a class at your high school, let me know. Or had it at your high school, let me know, please. I'm going to say it's not a thing. All right, go ahead.
Gregor's. Movies make baseball and especially American football look really cool. Fast-paced, intense, while in reality it's a lot of waiting and setting up before a play. A game can last an average over 3 hours. I mean, dude, I tried watching American football once and it was so boring. Well, in any type of movie, you ain't going to put that boring shit in there. You're going to have highlight reel, you know?
Highlight reel.
You're going to have all the hard hits, the impacted plays, the touchdowns. Why make a hour and a half long movie of 45 minutes of just boring setup shit, you know?
The same thing can be said for hockey and soccer and, even at least in basketball, they're going to score on the other end of the field or the court 7 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, you know what I'm saying? In hockey, it's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Soccer, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Why in soccer movies they only show the exciting parts?
Yeah.
Now, I'll give you baseball. Baseball can be an extremely boring sport to watch, especially on TV. It's way better if you're there. Football, though, I mean, if you can't hold your focus for 40 seconds between each play, you might have ADD. That one might be on you, buddy. Greg asked another question. Do kids in every school really get their own personal lockers they can use as basically a safe until they finish that school? It seems so cool not to have to carry your books every day in your backpack. That is 100% true.
Yes.
Yes. You are assigned a locker at the beginning of the year. It's usually a different one than you had from the year before. It's just the way it works. You don't keep the same locker all 4 years through school. But you do have a locker all 4 years through school. And you can use it if you choose to use it. So yeah, I guess that's not a thing over where you're from. Nice.
Jay Dallas.
Sound it out, buddy.
Ask, all my international friends want to know our obsession with cheese. Cheese is good.
Cheese is delish.
Yeah.
I think if your friends don't have an obsession with cheese, you need new friends, Jay Dallas.
Don't trust them.
Don't trust those guys. Yeah.
This next one comes from Martin. It says, why does teachers always plan their classes so bad and are always cut mid-sentence by the bell? And do really kids just run out when the bell rings, or do they wait for the teacher to let them go? Do the bell ring at the end of every class or when the school day ends? And while on the topic of bell, what is it called?
Why is it called Taco Bell?
It's like, I wouldn't say, from my experience, I wouldn't say that teachers have poor planning with their talks and whatnot, but one thing I like to do is to get teachers off subject so that we don't learn. And so instead of
economics class, we did that all the time.
Instead of getting taught math, you're talking about the weekend and what they do. Yeah.
So typically you got your lecture at the beginning, and then here's your work. Okay. It is a rare occasion, a super rare occasion, when the teacher is talking mid-sentence, gets cut off by the bell. That's a movie thing, 100% movie thing. Unless, like Tim said, you get your teacher talking about other shit besides, the classwork. When the bell rings, do kids just leave? Yes.
Yes.
Because you have 5 minutes to get to your next class. So if you need to go take a shit, you need to go to your locker, you need to get a drink of water, you need to go grab a snack, do whatever you need to do, you got 5 minutes. And again, the the teacher is not talking until the bell. So we're doing work. So when the bell rings, matter of fact, motherfuckers start getting ready 5 minutes till the bell so they can get their shit together and get out of there.
Yeah.
Is that, you know, the bell's not going to ring and then you're sitting here trying to close your trapper keeper up and all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, that's absolutely a thing. It's one of those deals where it's like, hey, the bell rings, you're on my time. When the bell rings for passing period, that's our time.
Yep.
It's kind of a mutual respect right there. So that's the thing. It does ring at the end of every class, yes. Even when the day ends, because that would be the last class of the day. Why is it called Taco Bell?
Someone came up with the name.
Someone
started
came
a
up with the
franchise.
name, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the owner, whoever started it, his last name was Bell. I don't know that actually.
We got Ferret.
Ferrat.
Asking from Germany, is it true that many Americans hate the Germans because of World War II?
No, we hate the Germans because you smell.
Nah, we don't hate Germans.
No.
At all.
No.
Yeah.
We don't hate Germans.
No.
Is it true that Germans hate Americans because of World War II?
Why ask you that?
I asked you that because technically our beef was with Japan. We went over there, took care of shit. On our way home, we were like, you know what? Pit stop. It's true. And does Japanese hate us too? You know what? The entire world hates America, so I know that the answer to that one. Fun fact: the Darth Vader specifically was based after like your Gestapo guys from World War II Germany. I don't know if you knew that. But no, we don't hate Germans. No, we love Oktoberfest. We love celebrating you guys.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Be like, that's actually not German. It's fucking Belgian. Claytor asks, is everything really bigger in Texas?
Yes. The roads are bigger, wider. The food is bigger. The people that get grown here are freaking huge.
Yo, especially country dudes.
Oh, dude. Yeah, yeah.
Like, we got some corn-fed country motherfuckers that are like 16 and built like a shit brick house, man. Like, fuck.
Yeah, I say I'm short, but I'm average height. But here in Texas, I'm a short guy, so
we know a lot of tall people, though.
Yeah, yeah.
So, anyways, thank you guys for watching this. That was the end, actually. If you guys did not see part 1, is Twitter questions. Go over and watch that one, please. And stay tuned for part 3, because part 3 is going to be Dodongo responding to these questions.